course, I came to London for the coldest winter in 20 years. Great, good timing on my part. But today's actually really nice, so I figured that what I would do is take you out of that one tiny little room that you always get to see with the crazy walls and the different setting and take you out into Kensington Garden! Yeah! Finding a place away from the road isn't exactly the problem here. It's more finding a place away from all the people, which is a lot easier today actually because it's a weekday and not a weekend. And yesterday, I'll have you know, everybody and their best friend was out here and their dog, and oh my gosh, it was a madhouse. But let's see what we can do. I don't know. People are giving me that look like, what are you holding your phone up to your face for? Film the video, y'all. What do you think I'm doing? We're gonna hope that the wind doesn't blow too much during this, or that the bumblebee right in front of me doesn't come up and sting me in the face, which would really be unfortunate, and I would not look forward to it. Anyway, as you may know, I just finished The Glass Books of the Dream Eaters by G.W. Dahlquist. I think his real name is Gordon. But this was an incredible book, full of all kinds of adventure of epic proportions. There was like jumping over walls and peering through keyholes and listening at doors and killing people. It was a good book and I enjoyed it. It's told from various points of view from three of the main heroes. We have Miss Temple, who, if you ask me, is rather like Mary Poppins, but about 120% more badass. Cardinal Chang, who is basically a hired man who kills people at the requests of his employers. Oh, there's the wind! Dr. Svensson, who is a Mecklenburg captain, and he's obviously an army surgeon, and he's just Dr. Svensson. He's kind of lovable. He learns as he goes, that kind of guy. But the plot is that Miss Temple is engaged to this man named Roger Bascombe, and then very suddenly one day she receives a letter from him that breaks their engagement, and she wants to find out why. So what she does is she hops in a coach and follows him to his workplace, which is the ministry. I don't really know the setting for this book. I'm not sure really what country it's in. They mention Germany a lot as being a border nation, but there's never any direct association with any particular country or land. I'm getting the feeling, since there are no telephones or anything, that it's back, perhaps way back actually. I'm not really that sure. There's no clear setting ever offered. But she hops in a coach and gets on a train all the way out into the country into this mysterious manor where there are all these masked men and women who are all gathering for a performance, and there's this process going on at this giant gathering where they all can't know who each other are, and the story continues from there, and there's lots of exciting travels and journeys and boats and airships and all kinds of things that take you on an adventure to find out what exactly the Glass Books of the Dream Eaters are, what the dreams that are being eaten are, and who all of these people in the masks are, because the masks, as you can see from the cover, are a very prevalent part of the book. I really enjoyed the clever time lags with this book. It shifted perspectives, much like Geoffrey Kennedy's The Marriage Plot, so you got to see the same piece of action from different perspectives. And Miss Temple was sort of present time, and Cardinal Chang was a few minutes or hours later, and then Dr. Svensson was even underneath that. So you kind of got to watch the same scene progress from three different perspectives at three different times, and you got more of the story that progressed as it went on. And I thought that was incredibly ingenious. It's really a writing style that I've come to like, and I don't think we encounter it all too often, although maybe we are more and more. Additionally, another thing I want to mention about this book is that I would have to put a PG-13 rating stamp on it somewhere. I originally picked it up because I thought the review from the Daily Mail on the back read, "An exotically charged rip-roaring adventure." That's the first line. Turns out that I mistook the script on the back, and it actually reads "an erotically charged rip-roaring adventure." So that was a bit of a shock to me when I got to the middle, and it started to come across that was the true nature of this book. But it's nothing too serious. There are some very sexual themes and overtones, but it's not in your face. It's not 50 Shades of Grey, let's put it like that. But there are three extraordinary heroes. It's an incredible adventure. The amount of surreality that happens in this book that is somehow made real by the characters is delightful. It's an adventure novel for adults. And I often say that I enjoy children's books more because the stories are more story-like and they're mystical. You can get captured in something a little bit different, a little bit more whimsical than you can with an adult novel. And this is a very adult novel that's been whimsicalized. Can I make that a word? But it's not something that I've seen in other books for adults, because this is definitely an adult book, and I really appreciated it as someone who gravitates toward children's literature a lot. Overall, definitely 5 out of 5 stars on G.W. Dahlquist's The Glass Books of the Dream Eaters. This is a series, as I've discovered. There is another one entitled The Dark Volume, which comes next. I'm going to try and find it when I get back to America, because I have to go bring this back to the library today. I'm interested to see if it's going to be a trilogy, particularly since there are 3 characters, and I feel like it wouldn't be a book per character, but it would be nice to have 3 characters and 3 books all together. I think that would make a lot of compatible sense. So thanks for watching. I hope you're having lovely weeks and lovely lives. I have about 7 days left in England. It's really sad. But I'm really glad that the weather has gotten nice and bright. It was 65 yesterday and sunny. It was beautiful. It's the nicest it's been since I'm here. And it's really nice today too, except for the wind, which keeps coming along. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon!